It doesn't get any bigger than this for Sebastian Cage. I could talk from now until tomorrow about where Brian Myers has been. I could talk from now until next week about what Brian Myers has done. But what will he do against the young, high-flying sensation, Sebastian Cage? Neither one of these men can afford to lose this match. The Dean of Students at Create a Pro Wrestler. This man is the master who made his name in this town, Deer Park, a decade ago. Traveled the world, and now he's back here, and he's going to take on young Sebastian Cage. He symbolically pointed the cane at Sebastian Cage, perhaps to get in the head. Brian Myers now, obviously a veteran, obviously calculating, obviously crafty. Myers, once early in his career, was more of a high flyer, but he can beat anybody with his ground game. Bottom wrist lock there now. Sebastian Cage, nope, quick counter. Myers now side headlock. Myers has it cinched in, obviously the larger of the two. Ooh, and runs him over with the shoulder block. Brian Myers has lots of moves in his arsenal, but he will follow his game plan. He will take you apart technically. As he's doing right now. Reverse chin lock on Sebastian Cage. That's the ground Cage. Sebastian Cage, at our last offering at Road to Glory, went from the ring to the third row. And Brian Myers does not want that to happen to him. Sebastian Cage now trying to match technical prowess with Brian Myers. And so far, Myers maybe one move or one step ahead. Sebastian Cage looks a little bit out of his element. He's used to being in there with guys of his experience level and not someone with the experience of Brian Myers. Drop toe, nicely done. And again, grounding the high flyer. He's the Prince of Queens. I used to come here and pay my money myself to see Brian Myers and Brett Matthews. They're a sensational tag team back in good old 2005, and I'll give you a minute to Google who Brett Matthews is. Oh wait, Sebastian Cage! Was he playing possum? Head scissor, off the top, a drop kick, arm drag, everything it took to take Brian Myers to the outside. Sebastian Cage, he was the star of our last show, and he will become the biggest star at NGW if he could beat the biggest name we've ever had. Oh no! Oh my God! A halo! A senton! Shades of the great Sasuke over the top onto Brian Myers. Turned his attention away for 1 second to the referee. This is the new generation of professional wrestling. We have the youngest stars. We have the best wrestlers in the world today. We have the greatest traveled stars from around the world coming here to compete. And caught him coming in, Brian Myers. He's not stupid whatsoever. And the IE DDT draping and caving in the skull. Brian Myers, oh, come on. Hey, listen, it works on Monday night. It worked at WrestleMania. Hell, it may work at SummerSlam. Oh, no. 2, 1. Brian Myers now is known for getting in the head of the audience. He's also got in the head of his opponent, who delivered a huge flip dive over the top and somehow is on defense right now. That tells you about Brian Myers.
He's good.
Has those fingers locked. Has him around the jaw, restricting blood. Trying to create separation with Sebastian Cage. Trying to use his quickness. Oh! Oh man. I think the cameraman just took one. Needless to say, let's get back into the ring. He tripped up Sebastian Cage, and Myers dropped an elbow. Nothing fancy, doesn't have to be. No! And Brian Myers there. Combination of elbows does not do it. And he's getting in the mind of all these fans by doing the signature gestures of people they're more familiar with. But is he really getting in the mind of his opponent? Brian Myers may be taking Sebastian Cage a little bit too lightly, and I think that's the case there, as he realized and quickly snap-bared him down. Has that knee in the spine, and has that camel clutch. One of the more painful versions, a knee right in the middle of your spine. And the fingers locked across the face, a lot like a rear chin lock, but you're wrenching back and you have so much more torque. Brian Myers, I think he's just breaking a sweat now. Oh wait! Jawbreaker there. I was gonna say, Brian Myers had it well in hand and gets it back, and his ponytail hasn't even come out yet. Myers now has a receipt and has something in advance for Sebastian Cage. Right inside cradle. Just one step ahead. He's not quicker than Sebastian Cage, but he just has the experience. He knows where his opponent is going to be at all times. A lot of respect for what Brian Myers has done in this business. If Brian Myers can win this match, will he go for the NGW Heavyweight Championship? We don't know. We know we're coming back to Deer Park in 6 months' time. And again, just wrenching back, and I think for a second now, I thought Sebastian Cage was becoming more lifeless by the minute, and Myers smartly turns it to the front chancery and doing everything he can just to make sure that Sebastian Cage can't get 1 foot in front of him. Myers now. Oh! Splash in the corner. Only finds face to turnbuckle, but Sebastian Cage is not his aerial self. Both men up at a count of 4. Here we go, a flurry now. Sebastian Cage has got some, quickly to the top. Drop kick. How quick was that? Will it be enough? Lateral press and no. Count of 2 only, says Dan Taylor. We assigned our quicker, smaller referee to this contest. He's gonna have to get down with those pinfalls. Even though we might see more aerial assault from Sebastian Cage, but Brian Myers, thus far for the most part, has had his number. Got him up! Oh! Michinoku driver! No! Brian Myers now getting a little frustrated. Thought the Michinoku driver would put him away. I said it earlier, perhaps underestimating Sebastian Cage. Wait, counted out of it. Oh no, but caught him. Oh wait, a head scissor! Oh, Sebastian Cage was caught once more. Pulled out a head scissor. Where's Cage going? It is not a risk you want to be taking. Oh, senton bomb with style, with finesse. Will it find 3? Yeah, no! That's as close to 3 as we've gotten all night. Sebastian Cage didn't get enough body on body, wasn't able to get in there enough on the much larger Brian Myers. Cage now. Oh, Myers able to push him off. I don't know. A Pele style kick. it! How could Myers possibly have seen Sebastian Cage? He put his foot right on the side of the face, right on the temple, and nearly found 3. And Myers now, perhaps calling for the end. Myers going up top.
450!
Brian Myers known for the Hawkeye elbow. Oh no, not gonna be an elbow. No, wait, roll through. Cage out of the way. Cage now, got the roll up too. He got it, are you kidding me? The biggest victory of his career. Sebastian Cage beats Brian Myers in Deer Park at the Sportatorium. Are